Hey guys, welcome back. For today's video, I'm using and reviewing the new Mcgrath Labs Mothership Mega Celestial Nirvana Artistry Palette. So this is her new holiday palette for 2022, and this does retail for $82, and it is available at Sephora right now and her website. Look how gorgeous this palette is, and all the shade names is in the back. This does have a 18-month shelf life. It is made in Italy, and look at these colors, guys. Does not scream Stephanie right here? Beautiful, immaculate. The blues, the purples, the pinks. I love it. These are like my shades right here. Her last palette, which was this one. This one is the Celestial Odyssey palette from holiday of last year. This one has a different look to it. It does have like a matte finish. Her name is right here, embellished in the middle. And they're kind of, placed differently compared to this one. Look at the differences. So this one is more of your neutral lover kind of person. I love this palette. This palette is beautiful. I don't think it's available anymore, but if you have this palette, it's definitely a really good one if you got it last year. And this is the new one. You can see there's quite a bit of difference between them two. And this one does have like a higher price tag. I think last year's was like 70. This one's like 82, 83. I can't remember what I said. But inflation did hit hard with Mcgrath. You can tell the older palette, which is this one right here, is a little shorter than the new palette. And the older palette is a little longer than the newer palette, so that's a little difference, a little height difference. I'm super excited that I have this palette. If you're not a color for eyewear, then you probably be like very turned off by this palette. But since I do love my colors, my pops, blues, purples, and greens, I totally fell in love with this palette, and that's why I had to get it. It does have those little ribbons right here on the side too. If you don't like that, you can always cut them off, and so you can fold it completely. And it does come with a huge mirror here too. I just have the plastic over it. So yeah, I will be doing 2 different eye looks in this video. I want to try something a little different. I've never done this before, so I do want to use a good amount of shades in this palette to give you guys a good overall consensus of this palette. I'm super excited, so let's go ahead and get into it. So I do have you guys zoomed in, and I do want to use a good amount of shades in this palette. I'm not sure if I should lay down some loose powder first. Okay, so I really don't know what I want to do. I think I want to play around with these blues and purples and these orangey tones. I mean, you do have like little sections. You can use this section and then use this section and this section. It kind of made it a way to where it's not gonna be hard to use this palette. So let's see. I want to dip into that blue shade first, which I believe is called Nocturnal Navy. I might take that shade on a Morphe x Ariel 820 brush. Take this in the crease. Of course, she has high pigment, like always. She has a really beautiful formula. I'm really not having a hard time building up the shade at all. And I am going little by little because you don't want to just go in balls deep with it, if you know what I mean, and get all that pigment all at once, and then you're not going to be able to blend it out. So I am going in with a more detailed brush. This is the Morphe GH40 brush. Going back in with that same shade and just deepening up this area right here. I'm a huge pat collector, so that's really pretty. Now, I kind of want to go into this purple shade right here, which is called Violet Vixen. I kind of want to try adding it right on the outer V. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then now I'm going to take the Morphe R40 brush and use the shade Fabulosity, which is this purple right here. And I'm going to blend out Nocturnal. Add some purple to this look. I don't know if this is going to be like a look or not. Just trying to do what I can with this palette. Also, I am trying to use as much shades as possible to get a good feel of this palette. Now, I think I want to take Lunar Lavender, this shade right here. I'll use my finger. Oh, these feel creamy. Yep. Definitely creamy. Okay, I think I can definitely make this work. I just have to go back in with that purple shade in the outer corners and try to blend these edges. I'm honestly not mad. Look how pretty that looks. This actually looks really nice. You can definitely change the tone of that deeper blue that we have there. I think I want to place that Nocturnal shade down here on my lower lash line with the pencil brush. I'm gonna add that middle shade right in the center, which probably picks up better with my finger. And then I'm just gonna go back in with that purple. I am using the Morphe M62 brush. And with a smaller detail brush, I think I want to go into that shade that's next to Nocturnal Navy. I want to go in with Cosmic Champagne. Oops. This one right here. And I'm going to use that as a inner corner highlight. Oh, poked myself in the eye. Bring it up like slightly into the crease too. I'm gonna apply some mascara on my lashes right now, and then later I'll do some falsies. Man, you guys know how tempted I am to use this blue right here, which is called Aquarian Dream. I mean, it definitely is. I don't know if I want to use these cool tone shades first or use this like pinky vibrant shades, golden shades over here, but I feel like I do these all the time, so maybe cool tone section might work. Such a tough decision. Okay, I guess I'll do that. So I'm gonna go in with the Morphe V204 brush, and I'm gonna go in with this lighter brown shade, which is called Desert Divinity. I'm gonna place this in my crease. I mean, can you see how pigmented these shades are? And then with no extra product, I'm just gonna go on the outer edge and just slightly soften them up a bit. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Nightfall with a JH33 brush. Place this on my outer V, kind of just packing this shade on here. And now that I have that on, I'm going to go back in with that first shade that we used with that same brush and just kind of feather this out a little bit more. It's going to look a little muddy right now, but I'm pretty sure it'll look good at the end. And now I'm just going to lean the shadow out from my inner corner from like my outer V. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about the shade just yet. I'm actually gonna go in with this golden shade right here, which is called Heavily Bronze. And I'm gonna place that on the center of my eyelid. Oof. This gold. You guys know how I feel about my golds. These are like super creamy. And I love that like just grabbing a little bit went a long way. Kind of feathering it into that shade in there. Alright, now I'm gonna go in with the shade Bronze Infatuation. This is like a lighter bronzy shade. And that's gonna go in the inner portion of my eyes. Such a beautiful shade. I like how it just fades into that other bronze shade that I put on. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then I kind of do something a little different with my lower lash line on this side. And probably add some wing liner on both of these. So with a Morphe x Ariel 8-7 brush, I'm going to take the shade Altered State, which is this deep green. And it's going to go on my lower... Oh, I should have dusted that off. Holy pigment. Not to worry. And this is why I put powder down, because this shade had a lot of fallout. Also because I didn't dust it off. Now to blend out this green, I'm just going to go in with that cooler tone shade right here, which is called Desert Divinity, with a Morphe M514 brush. Just kind of soften that up a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna add some eyeliner and I'll be right back. Alright you guys, so this is what this eye looks like. I definitely like it better now with the eyeliner. And I did use the same inner corner highlight that I did with the other eye, and I am using the Lily Lashes in the style Sassy, the half lashes. I've been absolutely loving the lashes. And here is this eye. I did do eyeliner on this eye too. And I am in love with how this looks. It just looks like an explosion of color, but in like a good way. That blue definitely meshed in well with those purples. And over here, I like the fact that the cooler tone shades did their job, and now it doesn't look bad. I thought at first it was gonna look super muddy, but now with like the eyeliner on, it looks really pretty, and I love that. I did have to go back and build in that green shade after like blending it out a little bit, but overall both of these eyes look really pretty. I am in love. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys out. I know I look a little crazy right now, don't mind my lip. This eyeshadow palette is to die for. I did use actually quite a bit of the colors in here. I think the only shades I didn't really use were these, this one, this blue, and this section up here, this little section, which isn't bad considering that I did put a lot of shades on my eyes and I like kind of like mixed and matched a bit. This eyeshadow palette is so beautiful. I am going to be a little biased just because I do love Pat McGrath and I love her formula. I will say though, if you're not someone that loves colorful eyeshadows, you'll definitely not like this, just because like I said, this is for more of your like colorful, vibrant type of person. And if you like her neutrals, I'll definitely go for the other palette. She did come out with some quints, which I do have. I'll be making a separate video with those palettes soon, probably right after this one. I am so far super happy with this purchase. I mean, if you're a Pat McGrath lover, you'll love this. And if you're a color lover, then you'll definitely love the shades in here. I mean, they're to die for and they blend out like a dream. Especially the shimmers, they feel like butter. I know that there's not any like those special shades that she usually has in this palette, but that's okay. I mean, this is definitely for someone who wants to dabble into her like, eyeshadows without paying that hefty mothership price tag. I feel like this is a good beginner palette for anyone who wants to get into Pat McGrath. Either this one or the other one, or her little quints that she has. With that being said, she does have a beautiful formula, even in her mothership palettes, so you can't go wrong with either of her palettes. But yes, if you guys are shy with colors, definitely stay from this one. I hope you guys liked the way I did this video. I want to try something a little different and do 2 different eye looks and just use as much colors as I can on my eyelids. If you guys did like this idea and want me to continue doing this for future palettes, I definitely can. Just go ahead and leave a comment down below or give this video a like so I know I can keep doing these type of videos. Please feel free to let me know if you like this. And once again, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel already, what are you doing? Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. I would love for you to join our little community family here. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!